craps down under. Today I'm going to show you what you can do if you're getting a run of dice where you're getting lots of sevens. I think it's not a bad little play. Don't really even need to track the point today, so I won't even bother. So we've all seen, say laying the 10 or laying the 4 or doing things like this. This is a little bit like that, but what we actually do is we lay all the numbers. We lay the whole lot, and it's basically the same as if you were playing an NE7, but the trick with this, it doesn't lose on the horn numbers, so nothing happens with your bets. You do have to pay a bit of vig, but essentially with that bet we're risking $30. Only $30 is at risk. Looks like a lot of money up there. Got a bit of money on the board, but only $30 is ever at risk on the next roll. So the idea of this is we want to get a 7, and I'll show you how it goes. We only go 4 levels, so hopefully I'll lose, so you get to see all the 4 levels. Hopefully that'll happen. I've got 6, so that one loses. So I'll just put it there. Now we don't do anything on the first loss. You don't do anything. You just go, yeah, great. 8, so I lost that one. So it's only the second loss that you replace. So you come back in and you replace the 2. That's it. So I've had 2 losses. So hopefully we'll get to the end. We'll see how much we lose. Of course we didn't. We got a 7. So in this case, we actually win 120. 120, but we do have to pay $6 vig. So I'll hand back 10. And I'll get back 4. There's 4. So put that back in a rack. This is what we lost. We'll just give that back to the house. All right, let's try it again. Hopefully we'll get to the end. 8. All right, so there's the 8. So we lose that one. 6. This is looking like a good one to lose on. Well, off the table. All right. Aces, they don't affect us. 8. Well, the 8's already lost. We should have put our number back up. Sorry. So that's me bad. Should have put it back up. Should have replaced it. 9. All right, I think we're going to get there. 9. So when the 9 loses on the third loss, you need to press your bets up. And how much? Well, 25% is basically what it is. So what's 25% of 30? Well, 10% is $3. 20% is $6. So it's somewhere between $6 and $9. So we'll just go for 10, close enough on the 4 and 10. You just have to remember it's $10. On this one, I'll go just a nice unit of 3. I'll go 15 on these on him. And on this one, I could go 18, but I actually usually find it's easy just to go 60, basically $30 each. So you're just pressing it up. Now that is an overpress, to be honest. It only has to go up 18. That's all you really need to go up. In fact, it's probably a little bit less. I could go up to 15 or 12. Could probably even go up 12. That's enough. Maybe I won't go excessive. Let me just do it a little bit. Let's just go up to 12. We'll go up to 18. Go up 18. It actually doesn't matter as long as you go up a little bit, right? Let's get. What do I need to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All I'm trying to show is it doesn't really matter. And 1, 2, 3. Need to get some more whites. 1, 2, 3. Alright. So it doesn't really matter. I'm just showing that you press it up. And now if we don't roll a 7 here, hopefully. Right, 9. Well, we missed the 9. Because that's we allow that one. We don't replace it because we allow for repeaters. 9 again. So still haven't got our 4th hit yet. 10. All right, we're done. We're lost. That's the end of it. That's the end. We've lost. So if you have a look, we can take all this down and go, well, that's all right. Let's just start over. Start over at $30. $30. Well, let's, I'll add it all up in a minute so you can see how much we lost. All right, so we lost 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 120, $130. So you're going to lose somewhere around 130 to 150 bucks. Somewhere around there, depending on what number you hit. And that's really all there is to it. You just start over. So as I said, it doesn't really matter how much you press up. You've got to press up by at least 10. That's all there really is to it. You can go 12, 18, 15, or depending on what number you're on. 15 is good because it's a multiple of 3. It pays 10. 10's a good number. It pays 5. 30 is a good number. Pays 25. Whatever. Just pick a number, but make sure it's about 25% or more. So we just start over. This might be an unbelievably good run. Well, we don't know. Let's see. 10. All right, that's hit number 2. So he's having a good chunk, having a good go at us, this shooter. He's doing pretty well. There's a 7. All right. So we get 120. Pay 6 in Vic. So we got back 60 of our loss, of our $130 loss. We got back 60 of it. It's not too bad. Oh, here we go. 9. 8. All right, so he's got 2 out of us. So the table's warm. I'd say the table's fairly warm. We're not getting back-to-back 7s or anything. 12. 4. All right, so there's a third one. So again, we've got to press up here. So what do? I'll put 15 on here. Put 15 on the 9. I'll put 10 over here. And I'll put 18 on the 6. And don't quite have 18 there. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. So we are at our last. This is our last go. Aces. Doesn't affect us. 8. All right. So he got us again. All right. So let's start over. Now you don't have to start over straight away. You could wait for a bit. This is obviously a pretty good warm table now. So it is quite a warm table. So I'll put that there as our loss and get us started again. And there's a 7. All right. So 120 bucks. So let's see. That's 120 there. So that's 120 of those losses taken care of. Put that back in the rack. That's what we won. We owe $6 in Vic. Boom, boom. So how much left? Well, $18. All right. 10. We don't replace it, just let it slide. 3. And there's a 7. Alright, so given that the 10 only pays 15, instead of getting 120, we get 105. We'll take it. We do owe $5 VIG. So we'll do that. So well and truly eclipsed all these losses. I've already made them all back. Well, let's put ourselves back up here. And there's a 7. Again. 120. Take back 6 for the VIG. Rack it up. Now I've got how many blacks here? I've got 4 blacks. Plus I've got a chunk on the board here. And we only started with 600, remember, so I think we're doing okay. Aces. Ace deuce. I've got a 5. Alright, so that's a loser. I lost the 6 as well. Alright, it's another loser. Put them back. We only go to 4 levels, remember. 6. Alright, it's loss number 3, so now we need to press up. So press up a little bit across our numbers. Put 10 on the 4 and the 10. Put 15 on our 5. Come on, get there. 15 on our 9. And let's put 18 on our 8. There we go. Alright, let's see what we get. And we've got 7. Alright, so 40, 40 and 40 is going to pay 40. Alright, so pay 40. I'll take all this back in our rack. Boom. There's our 40 in wins. Now, this is going to pay 45 and 45. That pays 30 and 30. Take it back down. And this guy here, 30 pays 25, right? And 18 is going to pay 15. Take all this back to our rack. And let's see what our VIG is. Let's see, what do we got? As you can see, we've got 100 there. We only lost 90. We've more than covered our 90 in loss. Plus we've got about 50 here, right? Actually a little bit more, 55. All right, take that back. All right, so 55. So we do owe some VIG. 130, we do owe $6 in VIG. We'll pay that. Collect all this. All right, we need to put one back. We'll see if we can get a couple more 7s and then we'll call it quits. 6. Okay, there's loss number 1. Don't do anything. Loss number 2. Put in there. Oh, after loss number 2. Getting ahead of myself here. We need to replace them. Just replace, no pressing, just replace. 9, okay, that's loss number 3. this is where we need to press them up a little bit. But we don't replace. Now you can replace if you want. It's really up to you. If you do get repeaters, I'll press these guys up 18. Need to get some three there. Three there. So this is our last level we go to. Hoping to get a 7.5. So there we go. We've got to the end of this one. Right, so that again, it's not a huge loss. It's 120, 35. Right, 135. That's about all you're going to lose when you get to the end. It's not like we're escalating into oblivion or anything like that. So we've had a loss. We've had a few losses. Actually, doesn't always go as bad as this. This is actually not a good run at all. Take all that back. But we only need like one of these to, we only need to get 117 and then 120 bucks. So we kind of got back all of our loss pretty much, except for a little bit. Need to take out 6. So we got what, 115. So we made up most of our loss that we just had. Right. We're only, it was what was it, 130 or 135. So 20 bucks. It's not a big deal. Get a couple of back-to-back 7s. It's okay. You're going to get them. All right, 120. You don't need to get stressed with this. It's pretty. You just call it quits when it suits you. So, how many blacks have we got? 6. 6 blacks. Plus we've got all the action on the felt too. 6. Oops, that was a 6. All right. 6 doesn't hurt us. 6 doesn't hurt us. 8. All right, so lost those 2. So we do need to replace. I will get some greens so we can replace. 10. All right, we might get to the end on this one too. So that's our 3rd loss, right? So now we need to press up a little bit. Go up to 10, go up to 15. Go up to another 15 here. And I need to get some more reds. 3, 3 caps, 1 short. It's always the way. Put that there. Put it in here. Alright, so do we get a... Oh, I've got the 10. Doesn't affect us. Back to back. Now if you want, you could slide these around. It's up to you. You don't have to keep them there. You could move that one there, or you could move this one over here, whatever. You don't have to keep them where they are. 12. 6. All right, so we got to the end. So, actually made their point. So we've lost all that. That's fine. We're just going to start over. Don't need to get into heroics here. Just start back. Go, well, 7's going to show at some point. At some point we'll get a 7. Who knows when. It could go a long time. And you just have to decide how many times you want to do it. 3 doesn't affect us. There's a 7. Alright, so let's just take it out of here, shall we? 120. Pay our vig. Put that there in the loss pile. This all comes back to us. $9. All right. So loss number 1. 9 again, doesn't hurt us. Repeaters don't tend to hurt you too badly. 4. That's loss number 2, all right. So let's replace them back. 4, got us again. All right, so that's loss number 3. So we're kind of, at this point we go, okay, we're back in that same situation because it's not a cold table. It's actually a reasonable table. It's doing reasonably well. 10 on the 10, 15 on the 9, I'm going to put 18 on the 8, I put 18 on the 6, need to get some reds. Alright, I need to put 15 on the 5, and now let me put my white caps on. 3 and 3. So there we go. 7. Alright, so let's work this one out, shall we? Got 40 pays 20. So I'm going to get, alright, we've got 30, 40 pays 20. This is 45 pays 30. This one's 45 pays 30. And these two, as we've seen, 30 pays 25 and 18 pays 15, which 2 15s is 30, right? So we'll just pay it out like that. All right, so that's all of our payout. Let's take all this back into our rack. Go back down to base level. Of course, the dealers are going to take all your action down, and you know, so you just got to kind of keep track of it yourself, know where you're up to. Right, oh, that was in there, sorry. I do need to work out my vig, don't I? So what do we make? 100, 25, 30, 35, 40. Let me, somewhere around there. Now I might have overestimated it because I think I mixed up some of my action I was taking back. But let's just pay $8 in vig. It's close enough. Actually, $7 should be close enough. And let's see how much of what we cancelled out here. More than cancelled it out, as you can see. More than cancelled it out. We've got all this left. So all this loss is all cancelled out. Take that back. This all goes back to the house. I'm just keeping that there so you can kind of get an idea of how it pays out. So we get a couple of, maybe we'll get some 7s, who knows. The shoes have been doing pretty well. Been having a pretty good run. Lost 1 there. 5. Alright, so we go back up. Now you could say I'm going to stop at any point, because remember we've got like 120 here, 150, 160 bucks on the felt. We're still ahead. We've still got plenty of money. You can stop any time you want. And we've got 7. All right, so 120, $6 vig. So let's just see where we're at. Again, I haven't been doing anything spectacular here. It's hasn't been a fantastically cold table. Let's see. I'll get back some greens just to get us back even in our rack. Not quite. Need to get another few greens. Alright, take him back. So, where are we at? For all of our troubles there, 350, 60, 73, 373. And we didn't really break a sweat doing it. We didn't break a sweat. And choppy tables, that's what I recommend. You're not escalating away. Yeah, you're going to lose 120, 140, somewhere around there, right? If you get to your 4th level, that's fine. Start back at your base level. The next 7, you're pretty much going to, you might accumulate a few times. If they have a massively hot run with no 7s, then sure, you might go through it twice. Maybe you'll go through it 3 times. It's still not that bad. If you've got a $600 bankroll, it's not the end of the world. But we made our money pretty quickly and pretty easily there. In fact, I don't need to set it all up. But I'm just not going to play it now. But I'm just going to see, every time you get a 7, count how long it takes between rolls that you see 7. So there's 1, and you don't count repeaters, right? 2. We've got a 7, right? So you win. 1. Oh, you win again, $120 straight off the bat. That's 120. Bang. Oh, there's 1. Whoops. That doesn't affect you. That's 2. That's 3, I think. That doesn't affect. Doesn't affect. 4, so maybe that one got you. That doesn't have anything, doesn't do anything. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. So there you go. There's 1. There's 2 that have got you without a 7. There's 1. Now I'm not looking into repeaters, not paying too much attention. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. So there's 3. So that's about 300 maybe you've lost. 1. There we are, bang. So got that one. So that's a good $100 back. That doesn't affect you. There's 1. Got you another $100 back. 1. Doesn't affect. There's another $100, $120 back. That's what I mean. You get it back very quick, and you lose it kind of slow. So I mean, every time you look at how long the spans between 7s, that's kind of what you're playing into. How long can they go without any 7? It's not a PSO, it's any 7. Right, so we had a few 6s roll back to back. So repeaters usually don't hurt you. All right. So we're having quite a warm table here. This is a very warm table, and when you start the table, when it starts hurting you more, so if you find yourself where you go, oh, okay, we got to the end of our fourth, we'll give it another go. Maybe if you get to 2 or 3, then you just go, all right, that's it. The table's hot. And what am I doing trying to play against a really hot table? And you do have to react to it. And there's a 7, right? But again, you make back your losses very quick, right? That doesn't affect you. Just look at the span between 7s. All right. So if you ignore repeaters and you count, okay, I might get a 5, 6, a 6 again, maybe 4, a 4, whatever it is. You look at the span and see, well, okay, they had 10 rolls before they got a 7. But you'll actually look at that, you'll see there's a bunch of horns thrown in there that don't hurt you. There might be a couple of repeaters, maybe one repeater that didn't hurt you as well. So you actually look at that and you realise, oh, well, maybe I lost 140 on that one, maybe I lost 280, maybe it was 260, 280, somewhere around there. And then you go, oh, I've got a couple of 7s, and you've made your money back straight, very, very quickly. So I'd say, keep looking at it, but repeaters don't hurt. All right, there's an 8. This is a very long run, so I'd be kind of, no, I'm out of it. I'm not doing this because I'm getting hurt. And you'll know it when you're getting hurt. You'll go, oh, no, this is starting to be painful. There's 7's gone. I don't know where the 7 is. So stay out until you start seeing the 7 return. And there's a 7. All right. There's a 7. All right, 120. 9. All right, so you just start looking at the gaps between 7s. Then you'll know when this is the way when to play this strategy. It's the gaps between 7s. Horn numbers, just ignore those. They don't factor. And repeaters don't really hurt you too much. Except for on the 3rd roll. The 3rd roll repeater can hurt you. There's a 7 again. So just remember, every time a 7 rolls, you're getting a nice lump of cash comes in. So I'll stop rolling this. I'm getting a little bit bored rolling it, but the point is just keep looking at what the dice are doing. When you see lots of 7s, you see short hands, then jump onto this strategy that I've just shown you. Just jump onto that. Oops, dice off the table. So look, I'll stop there. Probably should have stopped earlier. But if once the table starts heating up, don't play this, right? Once it starts heating up and you're getting longer rolls and it's all going well, you shouldn't be playing this. But when you get in that choppy tables where you put up some action and then whack a 7 again, and then come out 7, and then put up some action and then a 7, these are the tables that you should be playing this lay across on. So I'd kind of wait until that starts hurting you. Once this starts hurting you, then don't stay in it. Get off it and start playing your normal light side action. And but always keep it there. When you start seeing a 7 appear, then you think, okay, well maybe the table's turned cold. If you want to use that sort of label for it, and start using the lay across, because at most it's going to be, you're going to lose 120 bucks trying to win 120. It's not that bad, and you've got a lot of chances to try and get your hit, right? So it's not bad at all. So if we think on average, the average is kind of 6. There's 36 in 36 rolls. We expect to see 6 7s. So that the average is about 1 in 6 rolls will be a 7. That doesn't mean a 6 comes every 6 rolls. But it gives you an idea of the ratio of 7s you should see in amongst your action. So you are going to get periods where there are very little 7s. So avoid this play when you're in those phases, and return to this when you start seeing shorter hands. It's perfect for the shorter hands. So I'll leave it there, and I look forward to your comments. Thanks for watching.